Does every act of self-pleasure dim your inner light, hindering your spiritual ascent? Is it possible that one of humanity's most fundamental urges is simultaneously holding it back from a higher level of existence, trapping us in a cycle of fleeting gratification and unfulfilled potential? The premise we will explore together is that unchecked desires and mindless sexual activity, especially through habitual masturbation, can indeed impede the opening and activation of the third eye. By uncontrolled, we mean the release of sexual energy without intention, awareness, or purpose, often driven by habit or compulsion. However, this is only half the story. Transmutation offers an alternative, the alchemical art of redirecting this primal force to achieve heightened states of consciousness and spiritual illumination. Consider this: the focused, energetic state of a creative individual engaged in meaningful work, channeling their passion into tangible creations. Now contrast that with the lethargic, uninspired state often experienced after compulsive masturbation. Habitual, mindless sexual activity drains vital energy, impacting creativity, mental clarity, focus, and overall vitality. It perpetuates a state of spiritual dullness, devoid of higher purpose and deeper meaning. This cycle leaves you depleted, disconnected, and further away from realizing your true potential. Central to this concept is the pineal gland, a small endocrine gland nestled deep within the brain. Often referred to as the seat of the soul or the third eye, the pineal gland is theorized to play a role in producing DMT, a naturally occurring psychedelic compound associated with profound spiritual experiences. We will later examine how the pineal gland's sensitivity to electromagnetic fields and internal practices makes it a crucial factor in opening our inner vision. Why is opening your third eye so significant? Activating this inner center can grant access to heightened intuition, unlock hidden potentials, and illuminate your path with clarity and wisdom. The benefits extend far beyond mere spiritual insight, enhancing decision-making abilities, fostering greater empathy, and instilling a profound sense of purpose that permeates every aspect of your life. Imagine navigating life with unwavering inner guidance, effortlessly accessing creative solutions, and feeling deeply connected to the universe. This is the power of an open third eye. Conversely, what are the implications of a closed or hindered third eye? A dormant third eye can leave you feeling adrift in a sea of uncertainty, unable to tap into your inner resources or realize your innate gifts. It translates to limited spiritual potential, feelings of being lost or disconnected from your authentic self, an inability to access your intuition for guidance, a stifling of creative expression, and a pervasive sense of dissatisfaction that colors your entire existence. Imagine living a life devoid of purpose, disconnected from your inner wisdom, and unable to tap into the vast reservoir of creativity that lies dormant within you. This is the consequence of neglecting your third eye. You are missing out on the most important connection, the connection to your intuition. The power to take conscious control of your spiritual evolution hinges on understanding the intimate connection between sexual energy and the third eye. This understanding offers a tangible path towards self-mastery, liberating you from limiting patterns and empowering you to shape your energetic destiny. By grasping these underlying dynamics, you can consciously choose how to direct your sexual energy, transforming it from a potential hindrance into a powerful force for growth and enlightenment. In this exploration, we will guide you through the process of harnessing your sexual energy, transforming it from a force that drains your vitality into a source of power and spiritual awakening. This isn't just about suppressing desires, it's about consciously channeling them towards creative expression, personal evolution, and a deeper connection to the divine. This video is about reclaiming your power and activating your highest calling. Sexual energy, in its essence, is the potent life force that drives creation and manifestation. It is the very spark of life that flows through all beings, a wellspring of potential waiting to be tapped. However, sexual energy is not inherently good or bad, sacred or sinful. Rather, it is a neutral force, a powerful tool that can be used to build or destroy, depending on your intention and awareness. Like a raging river, it can either carve a path of destruction or be harnessed to generate immense power. Central to this transformation is the concept of energy transmutation, drawing a direct parallel to the ancient art of alchemy. Just as alchemists sought to transform lead into gold, symbolizing the refinement of base elements into higher states of being, you can transform your sexual energy into spiritual gold, unlocking hidden potentials and achieving inner illumination. Consider the alchemical symbol of the Ouroboros, the serpent eating its own tail, representing the cyclical nature of energy and the potential for self-transformation. In Eastern traditions, sexual energy is closely linked to Kundalini, a powerful serpent energy that lies dormant at the base of the spine. By consciously managing this energy, you can awaken Kundalini and guide it upwards through the chakra system, activating your third eye and unlocking higher states of consciousness. Imagine Kundalini rising through your spine, igniting each chakra like a lotus flower blossoming with divine light. Each step is a conscious choice, a step on the path of ascension. The path of sexual transmutation is a journey of self-discovery and spiritual ascent, a process of refining your energy and transforming your consciousness, like climbing a mountain one step at a time. This ascent isn't a sudden leap, but a gradual process of purification and refinement, requiring patience, dedication, and a willingness to confront your deepest desires. This inner journey will not only bring you more closer to your divine purpose, but also a greater sense of self. Have you ever wondered why, despite your best efforts in meditation, mindfulness, or engaging in other spiritual practices, you still feel stuck on your journey? What if there's a missing piece of the puzzle that you've been overlooking, a hidden key that unlocks the door to deeper understanding and spiritual evolution? What if the answer lies not in suppressing your desires, but in understanding and consciously channeling them? From a young age, we are bombarded with messages about sex that are often distorted, incomplete, or even harmful. These beliefs, perpetuated by societal norms, religious dogmas, and media portrayals, can create energetic blockages that prevent us from accessing our full potential and realizing our true spiritual nature. These blockages can manifest as feelings of shame, guilt, or fear surrounding sexuality, hindering our ability to experience pleasure and connection in a healthy and balanced way. Later, we will delve into practical techniques for consciously transmuting your sexual energy, including powerful methods of breathwork, visualization exercises, and mindfulness practices that can help you redirect this vital force. In the following segments, we'll be exploring the potential benefits of celibacy for spiritual growth, examining how periods of abstinence can amplify your energetic potential and accelerate your spiritual journey. The good news is that this cycle of depletion can be broken. By understanding the principles we're about to share and implementing the techniques we'll be exploring, you can reclaim your energy, unlock your latent abilities, and embark on a journey of spiritual awakening, a journey that leads to a deeper connection with yourself and the divine. So, what are these principles and techniques, and how can you apply them to your own life? That's exactly what we'll be exploring in the next section. So, what are these principles and techniques, and how can you apply them to your own life? That journey begins with understanding the intricate interplay between science and spirituality, beginning with the fascinating science of the pineal gland, a tiny, pinecone-shaped structure that has captured the imagination of scientists and spiritual seekers alike. While Western science recognizes its role in producing melatonin, a hormone regulating sleep cycles, esoteric traditions have long revered it as the seat of the soul and the gateway to higher consciousness. Consider its unique crystalline structure, composed of microscopic calcite crystals exhibiting piezoelectric properties, meaning they generate electrical energy when subjected to mechanical stress, or in this case, subtle energetic vibrations. Could this be the physical mechanism through which the pineal gland receives and transmits subtle energies, acting as a biological antenna tuned to the frequencies of the universe. Further deepening the mystery is dimethyltryptamine, or DMT, a naturally occurring psychedelic compound found in trace amounts within the pineal gland. While its exact function remains elusive, some researchers propose that DMT may be released during near-death experiences, mystical states, or even during sleep, creating vivid dreams and altered states of consciousness. But is it possible that constant exposure to the pervasive electromagnetic fields emitted by our modern technology is further calcifying the pineal gland, effectively dimming our inner light and hindering our ability to access these profound states of awareness? From this central point, it becomes increasingly important to understand that sexual energy in Eastern spiritual traditions is intimately connected to the chakra system, specifically the root and sacral chakras, which serve as the energetic foundations of our physical and emotional well-being. The root chakra, located at the base of the spine, grounds us to the earth and governs our basic survival instincts, while the sacral chakra, situated just below the navel, is the seat of creativity, pleasure, and sexual energy. Blockages in these chakras can manifest as uncontrolled desires, emotional imbalances, physical ailments, and a general sense of disconnection from our bodies and our true selves. Ancient Ayurvedic traditions speak of apana vayu, the downward-moving energy responsible for elimination, menstruation, and sexual release. While this downward flow is a natural and necessary process, it can be mismanaged through habitual, uncontrolled sexual activity, leading to a depletion of ojas, the vital life force that sustains our physical and spiritual vitality. Imagine ojas as a reservoir of pure energy, constantly being replenished by healthy habits and depleted by excessive indulgence. The path forward involves what we call the ascension path, the conscious redirection of sexual energy upwards through the chakra system, like water flowing uphill against the force of gravity. When consciously directed and managed, this energy becomes a catalyst for heightened states of awareness, creative inspiration, and profound spiritual insight. Central to this concept is the understanding of Ida and Pingala, the two subtle energy channels that run along either side of the spine, intertwined like the caduceus symbol, commonly associated with medicine. Ida represents the lunar, feminine energy associated with coolness and intuition, while Pingala represents the solar, masculine energy associated with heat and logic. Balancing these two channels is essential for harmonizing the nervous system and preparing the body for the safe and gradual awakening of Kundalini, the dormant serpent power residing at the base of the spine. However, it's crucial to acknowledge the potential dangers of premature or forced Kundalini awakening, which can lead to physical and psychological imbalances if the body and mind are not properly prepared. Those who attempt to force the process risk instability and even madness. Picture two contrasting scenarios. Before, an individual driven by uncontrolled desires, constantly seeking external gratification, feeling depleted and disconnected, their third eye dormant. After, the same individual, now consciously channeling their sexual energy, experiencing heightened creativity, enhanced mental clarity, and a profound sense of inner peace, their third eye awakened. As you reflect on these possibilities, consider the conventional views surrounding masturbation. Is it truly a harmless release, as widely believed, or could it be a significant drain on your spiritual energy? Mainstream perspectives often tout the benefits of self-pleasure for stress relief, relaxation, and even improved sleep. But could there be a hidden side to this seemingly innocuous act, a deeper energetic cost that we are not fully aware of? What if occasional, mindful self-pleasure can be a tool for self-discovery, a way to connect with your inner divine feminine or masculine, but that habitual, mindless masturbation leads down a different path? Now, let's consider the contrasting perspective. Habitual, mindless masturbation can lead to addiction, emotional detachment, decreased sensitivity, and ultimately spiritual stagnation. The temporary pleasure is followed by a sense of emptiness, guilt, or shame, perpetuating a cycle of seeking external gratification to fill an internal void. Is it possible that this cycle is not only detrimental to our mental and emotional well-being, but also a significant impediment to our spiritual growth, effectively dimming the light of our third eye? This perspective forces us to confront a controversial concept, the idea of semen retention, particularly for men, as a means of conserving and transmuting sexual energy. Proponents of this practice claim that retaining semen allows the body to reabsorb vital nutrients and hormones, leading to increased vitality, enhanced creativity, and heightened spiritual awareness. However, this practice is not without its critics, and it requires careful consideration and a deep understanding of one's own body and energy system. What if the key is understanding the delicate balance, recognizing that neither extreme complete indulgence nor complete abstinence may be the optimal path for everyone? To truly understand this dynamic, we must explore the societal programming and misinformation surrounding sexuality that has shaped our beliefs and behaviors, often without our conscious awareness. Consider the historical and cultural influences that have shaped our views on sex, from religious dogmas that associate it with sin and shame to societal norms that perpetuate unrealistic expectations and media portrayals that objectify and exploit the human body. Are we truly free in our expression of sexuality, or are we merely acting out scripts that have been written for us by forces beyond our control? These messages can create deep-seated guilt, shame, and anxiety around sex, leading to energetic blockages and repressed desires that manifest as emotional imbalances and negative behaviors. This brings us to the concept of the shadow self, the unconscious aspects of our personality that we often deny or suppress. When sexuality is repressed or shamed, it can become a breeding ground for these shadow elements, manifesting as addictive behaviors, emotional outbursts, and a general sense of unease or dissatisfaction. But if this is so, can conscious sexuality, approached with intention and awareness, become a powerful tool for healing these wounds and reclaiming our sexual power, not as a force of domination or exploitation, but as a source of connection, creativity, and spiritual growth? Deeper still, the question remains: what is the connection between sexual energy, the pineal gland, and the subconscious mind? Is it possible that the subconscious mind, shaped by cultural conditioning and personal experiences, associates orgasm with a form of little death, a temporary loss of control and ego dissolution, leading to an unconscious fear of spiritual awakening, which also requires a surrendering of the ego? What if the release of sexual energy creates a temporary portal or energetic opening that can be influenced by negative entities or thought forms, especially if the individual is not grounded and protected? Could this explain why some people experience feelings of anxiety, depression, or even paranoia after engaging in sexual activity, particularly if it is done mindlessly or compulsively? And is there a connection between sexual addiction and the suppression of psychic abilities, as if the excessive focus on physical pleasure is a way to avoid confronting one's own inner potential and the responsibilities that come with it? To begin to answer these questions, let's explore the ancient art of alchemy, a tradition that offers profound insights into the process of personal transformation and the transmutation of base desires into higher states of consciousness. Just as the alchemists sought to transform lead into gold, symbolizing the refinement of crude matter into its purest form, we can transform our sexual energy from a force of depletion into a source of spiritual illumination. Alchemists used fire to purify base metals, mirroring the process of confronting and integrating our shadow self. Facing our fears, insecurities, and repressed desires allows us to release their hold on us and reclaim our inner power. The prima materia, the raw material from which the alchemists sought to create gold, represents the untapped potential within each of us, the unformed energy that that can be shaped and molded into something of great value. This energy, like sexual energy, can be chaotic and destructive if left unmanaged, but when consciously directed, it can become a catalyst for profound transformation. The cup, or chalice, a recurring symbol in alchemical and spiritual traditions, serves as a powerful metaphor for the receptive vessel that holds and transforms the divine essence. In the context of sexual transmutation, the cup represents our bodies, our minds, and our hearts, which must be cleansed and prepared to receive and transform the potent energy of sexual desire. Without conscious intention and mindful awareness, this energy can be spilled or wasted, but when held within the sacred vessel of our being, it can be transmuted into something truly extraordinary. Consider the before and after scenarios. In the base metal state, an individual is consumed by lust, driven by fleeting desires, and constantly seeking external validation. In the gold state, the same individual has learned to master their desires, channeling their sexual energy into creative pursuits, spiritual practices, and meaningful connections. How can we move from one state to the other? Specific techniques can be applied, including breathwork, visualization, and mantra. Breathwork, or pranayama, can redirect energy upwards through the chakra system, clearing blockages and activating higher centers of consciousness. Specific breathing exercises, such as Ujjayi breath, ocean breath, and Kumbhaka breath retention, can be used to calm the nervous system, focus the mind, and cultivate a sense of inner stillness, preparing the body for the transmutation of sexual energy. Coupled with this is visualization, used for consciously directing sexual energy towards specific goals, such as creativity, healing, or spiritual insight. Imagine drawing the energy up from the root chakra, through each of the chakras along the spine, and finally into the third eye, activating your inner vision and expanding your consciousness. Visualization is like programming the energy, informing it of what it needs to do, aligning the intention with action. And third is mantra. Mantras, sacred sounds or syllables, can transmute sexual energy and purify the mind. For example, the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum is often used to cultivate compassion and purify negative emotions, while the mantra So Hum, I Am, can be used to connect with one's true nature and experience a sense of oneness with the universe. How do these techniques work on a neurochemical level? Breathwork can influence hormone production, visualization can alter brainwave activity, and mantra can stimulate the release of endorphins, all contributing to a shift in consciousness and a heightened sense of well-being. Ultimately, conscious intention can dramatically shift the effects of sexual activity on one's energetic state. Tantric sex is a means of cultivating intimacy, connection, and spiritual growth within relationships. Guidelines involve creating a sacred sexual space, free from distractions and filled with sensual elements, such as candles, incense, and soft music, engaging in mindful sexual practices, such as conscious touch, deep gazing, and synchronized breathing. And cultivating a sense of reverence and gratitude for the experience. But even mindful sex is still subject to the cycle of depletion if ojas is not conserved and replenished. The good news is that this cycle can be broken. What actionable steps can we take to break free from this pattern and cultivate our sexual energy for higher purposes? Integrating the realms of science, spirituality, and personal experience reveals a profound truth. Conscious management of sexual energy serves as a bridge to activating the third eye. The pineal gland, with its scientifically recognized sensitivity to electromagnetic fields, mirrors the esoteric concept of chakras responding to subtle energies. This is not mere conjecture, but a tangible experience validated through practices like breathwork and visualization. Such practices directly influence personal well-being, heightening mental clarity and awareness by impacting hormone production, brainwave activity, and even the release of endorphins. Consider the cycle of depletion, a stark contrast to the path of transmutation. An individual trapped in this cycle experiences a day, a week, a month of scattered energy, fleeting pleasure followed by emptiness, strained relationships, and a nagging sense of being adrift. Creativity wanes, intuition dims, and purpose remains elusive. Remaining tethered to this cycle not only limits spiritual potential, but perpetuates a profound state of disconnection from one's higher self. Breaking free, on the other hand, unlocks a surge of vitality, heightened intuition, and a powerful connection to your inner compass. Clarity replaces confusion, passion fuels purpose, and relationships deepen with authenticity. Now, let's directly address those core mysteries we posed earlier. Does the subconscious mind associate orgasm with a little death, hindering spiritual progress? It's plausible. The ego momentarily dissolves, control is relinquished, and this can trigger unconscious fear. Tools for addressing this include mindful meditation to observe and reprogram these associations, and consciously reframing sexual experiences as opportunities for connection and transcendence. Does the release of sexual energy create a temporary portal? Perhaps. Caution dictates grounding practices like connecting with nature and surrounding oneself with protective energy through visualization, especially after sexual activity. Is there a link between sexual addiction and suppressed psychic abilities? The answer appears to be yes. Addiction can serve as a distraction from confronting one's true potential, a means of numbing oneself to the subtle whispers of intuition. Therefore, understand that masturbation, in and of itself, is neither virtuous nor wicked. It is a tool. Like any tool, its impact hinges on the intention behind it. Mindless indulgence perpetuates the cycle of depletion, dimming the third eye, while conscious, intentional use can transmute energy, fueling creativity and spiritual growth. Ultimately, the power lies in choice. Are you a victim of your urges or a master of your energy? Looking at the bigger picture, conscious sexual energy management plays a vital role in personal and planetary evolution. Humanity stands on the precipice of a spiritual awakening. Reclaiming our sexual energy is thus crucial for unlocking our full potential, both individually and collectively. By raising our individual vibrations, we contribute to a ripple effect that elevates the collective consciousness and fosters a more harmonious world. Recognize that the ascension path embodies a journey of self-discovery, purification, and transformation, ultimately leading to profound spiritual growth and the realization of your inherent potential. Picture yourself scaling a mountain, each step representing a conscious choice, each challenge an opportunity for growth. Along the way, you'll encounter obstacles, fear, doubt, societal conditioning, but with self-compassion, perseverance, and the support of like-minded individuals, you can reach the summit and behold the breathtaking vista of awakened consciousness. Conversely, ignoring this knowledge carries profound consequences. Remaining trapped in the cycle of depletion leads to a life of spiritual mediocrity, a muted existence devoid of vibrant purpose and profound connection. Imagine a life where intuition remains dormant, creativity stifled, and your potential untapped, with you relegated to a mere shadow of your true self. Now envision a contrasting life. Vibrant, purposeful, connected, ignited by consciously managing your sexual energy. The choice is yours. The power to transform your understanding and take control of your life rests in this moment. This isn't merely about sex. It's about reclaiming sovereignty over your mind, body, and spirit. You are not a slave to your desires. You possess the power to shape the reality you desire. To facilitate this, it's vital to review the key techniques for transmuting sexual energy. Delve into the steps involved in breathwork, visualization, and mantra practice. Resources abound: books, websites, qualified teachers. Seek them out and immerse yourself in their wisdom. Strive to integrate these practices into your daily life, making them as essential as breathing and eating. To further facilitate fulfillment along the ascension pattern, begin and sustain a roadmap for continued spiritual growth. Embrace practices that deepen your connection to the divine: meditation, prayer, immersing yourself in the beauty of nature. Explore different spiritual traditions, glean wisdom from each, and discover what resonates with your soul. Cultivate community, connect with like-minded souls, and support each other on this transformative path. But what if you grapple with celibacy or semen retention? There are alternative avenues for managing sexual energy. Explore tantric practices that emphasize conscious connection and the circulation of energy. What if you seek to integrate these practices into your relationship? Communicate openly with your partner, create a sacred sexual space, and explore mindful practices together. And what if you encounter setbacks or challenges along the way? Be patient with yourself, acknowledge your imperfections, and seek support when needed. Releasing the constraints of old beliefs, you'll come to find the joy, freedom, and empowerment inherent in consciously managing your sexual energy. Consider those who have successfully transformed their lives through these practices, experiencing newfound vitality, creativity, and a profound sense of inner peace. You are not alone, and you possess the inherent power to create a life brimming with purpose, passion, and fulfillment. In that spirit, let us now explore new horizons. What is the connection between sexual energy and manifestation? Can we consciously wield our sexual energy to sculpt the reality we desire? This opens doors to fascinating inquiries, from advanced tantric practices to the influence of diet and lifestyle on sexual energy management, to the intricate connection between sexual energy and the unfolding of psychic abilities. Share your experiences, insights, and burning questions in the comments below, and let's learn from each other. What are your biggest hurdles in managing your sexual energy? What practices have proven most effective for you? I promise to engage with your comments and tailor future videos to address your needs and interests. And finally, please know that your journey has only just begun. In the coming episodes, we will be covering advanced tantric practices, the role of diet and lifestyle in sexual energy management, and the connection between sexual energy and psychic abilities. Reclaim your power, awaken your third eye, create your reality, and don't forget to like, follow, and